Finish with the redhead.
I'm actually kind of hopeful because the past couple weeks that both have been so we'll see.
Maybe she'll be good the whole time. Now think a little bit about maybe pushing the haunches ahead. So we take away a little bit of the shoulders and get a little bit more lateral reach behind now. Yeah. That's it. Oh, that's the girl. Good. That's the best one. She says, don't want to do it that way. There you go, good. It's a little harder this way because to really get the haunches leading, you have to push the right hind more. Yeah. And she has to stay on it a little bit longer. She's a little grumpier about that, but I think just for a while, you know, don't do it forever. I think Tira did it since the last one till this one, which is what, 3 weeks maybe, and now it looks really good. So, you know, work on it for a little bit, but not forever. That's right. Make sure those transitions that you're, exactly. You're able to really push. That was good. Really push that inside hind leg under the body before the transition so that everything stays connected. That was really good. Good. And you know, I would say now even a 20-meter circle with a little haunches in, start to work a little bit on the engaging, you know, because the hind legs are looking better. Good. And you just want to feel when you do that haunches in on the circle that she actually lowers the hind legs and takes a little bit more weight and doesn't get hoppy on you. That was a nice change though. It could be a little straighter. Watch that left shoulder doesn't fall to the wall. Good. Good. When you do that leg yield over to the right, make sure your belt buckle and your upper body goes right as well. Your seat was okay, but you were just a little bit with your upper body over to the outside. Good. There. Good. Oops. Just, that was hard. Good girl. You're being so good. She was like, no, it's the new me.
I hope so.
That's better with your upper body, Megan. Good work. There you go. Good. Good job. Good princess. All right, think of her a little bit leg yieldable off the outside leg. Now, don't always use the inside leg to the right. Sometimes use, yeah. Just, think about making sure she's not pushing left. Come on, girl. That's it. That's it, girl. Better. Yep, I like that one because I think you didn't have as much bend, but she was more upright off that left side. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah. It's like I told, and think about a little bit less bend in the canter.
Okay.
But with her still staying where you want her.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have mistakes, that's okay. She's being pretty good. Let's go see if we can annoy her a little bit. Just kidding. Okay, let's do some shoulder in and haunches in. Uh-huh. Watch the haunches don't fall out there. That's right. Okay, good. Good. Now a teeny bit bigger trot. Let's try to take a little bigger trot into those movements. Beautiful there. Good. I love the haunches in, Megan. That was perfect. Yes. Good. Now we try to keep that in the shoulder in too. Yeah. Good girl. And straighten her. Good job. Down center line, half pass left. Keep the trot. There. There. Yep. And we might lose it here, but let's see. At least we want to start with a really good one. Good job. Next half pass, let's make a little bit longer angle. So a little shoulder in, haunches in. No, we have to do shoulder in, haunches in first. Good, good, good. That's okay. The small circles are still hard for her. Yeah. I don't mind that the trot gets a little bit not as good there. Yeah. So straighten her. Okay, so bigger trot, and let's just do hunches in. Let's not put the circle first.
Okay.
Kind of the circle takes away a little bit too much from the trot. That's right. Good. Now straighten, Megan. Good. Now you can come center line, half pass right. Think about going to victory though. Not quite so much sideways as you did the left one. Your bend was really good. But if it's a little bit longer angle, it can be a little more forward. That's it.
Okay.
Good. Exactly. Exactly. Good. Straight ahead. Let's do a half pass left from C and head toward P as in Paul.
Okay.
Okay. And again, just thinking, so it's a tad bit more forward. Don't change the bend. Don't want to have less bend. The bend was good. Good girl. Okay, let's let her have a little walk break. Good job. Okay, so let's start some little trot zigzags. Okay. So again, a little half pass into shoulder in the other way.
Yeah.
Make sure she waits for the half halt before you go sideways. Okay, change to a little shoulder in left. Change to a little shoulder in right. Okay, I like this one better than that one. The first changeover, I really didn't feel 100% secure. She came up off that left leg into the right rein. I want you to really feel that you can push that rib cage over to that new outside rein, okay? Wasn't totally convinced that happened. Good. Now swing the shoulders, push that rib cage up to the left rein. Push it up. Yeah. And now come over. That makes me happier. Good. And now swing the shoulders left and push that rib cage up. Push it up. That's it. You feel?
Yeah.
See, that's what I saw the first time that
Not quite.
you didn't really, and the thing is, if we were doing that in Canter, Megan, that's where the flying change is going to be late behind. Okay, because the belly's in the way. Good. Push and over. Good. And push and over. Good. Now just do them off the rail to the quarter line, back to the rail. So you don't have to don't do so many on center line, because then she starts to get the idea of what you're doing. And the half passes are fine, so make more changeovers. Don't do such long half passes. Yeah, good. Because the idea really is to practice the changeovers. Atta girl. So maybe only 4 or 5 strides, okay, of the half pass. Good. And up and over. And up. And over. And straight. That's okay. Good. Oh. Yep, change directions. Let's do a couple off the left rein from the rail over and back. Good, and up, and over. No, there was no up, and so the haunches were leading. Did you feel it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's really, really, really important, okay? You have to say, oh no, we're not getting the haunches ahead. Every time that happens, she loses engagement. So if I have to give one score for 4 half passes, you know, I am supposed to, as a judge, give the score for the worst one. I think that's sort of ridiculous, so I don't do that. I average them. But does that make sense? You know, so if the first one's a 7, and then a 6, then a 5, that's why these changeovers are so important. Good. And up. And over. Good. And up. Super. That's it, girl. Okay. Have a little walk break. Good job. Hopefully it won't totally blow her mind. But let's do a couple of canter half passes without the changes. So from the rail, sort of towards center line, straight ahead. Let's just make sure those look okay. And then I want to just see a change left, a change right. Okay? Then we're going to try the little zigzags in canter.
Wow.
Believe it or not, it actually, they tend to accept that better than just a plain half pass where they have 12 meters to think about the change.
Yeah. Okay. We will try.
She was really good in the little trot one, so I feel good. with your weight, your upper body,
More right?
more right.
Okay.
Good, bend, bend. Yes, better. Oh, that's the best one. Super. Okay, good job. Well, that's okay. That was you. But it was perfect, so we'll just accept that. Okay, so we'll go do a couple to the left. That last one was perfect. That's what I want. Keep the haunches. There you go. Good. Yep. So now when we think about doing this at Canter with the zigzag, you almost have to feel a little bit toward the end of your half pass that you're going to push the haunches ahead as you move the shoulders. Does that make sense? Though it's going to be a little more important that outside leg is working than in the trot. Because in the trot, it's not, if for some reason it's not a perfect half halt, bad things don't happen. Okay? So in the canter, we have to make the half halt a little bit more important. So if we came down the quarter line, and we're half passing left towards center line. Okay, so a couple of strides before you get to center line, I want you to think of keeping the haunches headed towards center line as you move the shoulders.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So you're going to kind of think like this. Okay, make the change, and then same thing, a couple steps of half pass back to the quarter line.
Okay.
Push the haunches, and then one more flying change. Okay? Good. Now swing the shoulders, push, change. Okay? Push, swing, change. Yes, good.
Good girl.
Yeah, worked perfect. Okay, let's try it the other way. Good girl. Look at her face. She's really concentrating though. She's like, what are you people going to come up with next? You know, this is great because this stuff is really easy for her. You know, just mentally she thought it wasn't. Physically, it's like, no problem.
Yeah.
Off that left leg, there you go. Keep that center of gravity over to the right, more than you think you need it. And take that right rein a little away from the neck and move yourself toward that right rein. Good. Now swing, and change. Good. Over, swing, and change. There you go. Good job. Smart. So play with that a little bit too. I think that's no problem. Good girl. So the last thing I want to do, let her have a little walkie. Last thing I want to do is go back to the trot.
Okay.
And let's try to bring her up a little now.
Okay.
And let's just see what happens to the trot.
Okay.
And the submission.
Keep the tempo the same as it was?
For now.
Okay.
Yeah, for now. I just want to see a little strength-wise where she is.
Okay.
And see if she'll still keep her concentration if she's up a little bit.
Okay.
Look at you, aren't you smart? Are you proud of yourself? Did you do zigzags at Canter?
Just like I might be a Grand Prix horse someday.
So think about if we were going to go into a 4th level class, where the frame would need to be. And then we'll just keep the trot where you had it, Megan, for now. I think I want to try to pump it up a little bit, but let's just see what happens first before we get too carried away. Good. Mm-hmm. That's right, not too quick. Uphill, but with cadence. Yeah, kind of feel like you're helping with your upper legs. Keep those shoulders. Yeah, good. Nice, good. Now a little bigger, but everything uphill and then back. Just kind of swing the pendulum a little bit. Good. It's okay, no problem. Right before she cantered is, I think, that was a little bit feeling where we want to go with this. Good. And big. And small. There you go. That's it.
Am I leaning too far back?
No.
No? Okay.
No. Looks good. Right there around P. That's, I think, where we want to go. Just keep swinging that pendulum. You betcha.
Wow.
That's it. Good. Change on the short diagonal. Good. Think uphill and bigger. That's where her collected trot's going.
Okay.
You can feel it has like moments and then she's a little bit like, and it's good. But I think that's where you need to think about now. Spend a little time every time you ride her. Not so much on the movements, but getting her a little comfortable in this sort of trot. Okay? Good. Yeah. Good. Good. Yeah, then bring her back and engage her again. When she gets a little bit too short in the neck and a little leaning there, then you've got to make the trot smaller again. And it stays uphill. As soon as you feel it going downhill, collect again. Make the smaller steps. Are you with me?
Yep.
Yep, watch the haunches don't swing out in the corners. Good, and now back. Good job. Uphill though. Even when she comes back, we want her to stay uphill. Yay! Woohoo! Okay, that's enough. Little rising, let her stretch now. Good. Yeah, I don't think she can take more than 5 minutes of that.
Right.
But I think she's strong enough now, we need to go there a little bit.
Okay.
Okay? And I think you'll feel as she gets stronger, Megan, you'll be like, oh, I can click into that trot, no problem. Then you might want to say, now let's see if I can do some of the movements in that trot. Okay, makes sense?
Yep.
You will definitely lose some of the bend.
Right.
That's normal.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Go back and work on the bend in the more boring trot.
Right.
Okay? And then eventually those two things come together and it all works out. Make sense? And I'm thinking we probably could do the same thing a little bit with the canter. Are you riding tomorrow?
Yes.
So tomorrow let's kind of say, we'll play a little with that uphill trot, but I also want to kind of see with that canter.
Canter there. Okay.
Because I really like the little pirouette canter work we did.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a little more of that. And I think we can have that sort of canter, we can let the neck come up. Okay? So we're going to check that out and see if we can get our trot in our canter so that you know a little bit through the summer, aha, that's where I want to go. You are awfully good. Now, you're getting to be boring now.